Alrighty. I'm just doing a mic test here. This is my RaceFace race that I did last night. This is the start of the race. Round 6 at Kyalami. Let's go! Okay, so I'm in second place at the moment. I got a nice run on Watkins. And as we go into the second corner, I brake a little later than him and I take the lead. He actually braked a bit early and some of the people didn't expect that. So I think that was good for me. I got into the lead. Now I'm just focusing on keeping this lead, making sure I get through the lap nice and safe. And yeah, it's looking very clean. It's looking really good at this point. I'm feeling great. I got my teammate behind me. Well, actually, Watkins is behind me, but my teammate is behind him, and I want to show you this very quickly. Watkins is taking it very conservatively on the first lap. Understandably, that's what we all do. But as he's doing that, you can see Domingo is just waiting. And up Leo Cup, Domingo breaks a bit later, takes the gap that was offered, and takes second place. Amazing overtake. Well done to him for seeing that and taking advantage of it. So that was a really clean first lap for us, and the two of us stayed ahead for quite a while. Somewhere Watkins did make a mistake and lose a place. I just want to see where did that happen? On lap 2 somewhere. Oh, it's here somewhere. Okay. So yeah, he's still in third place. Upton has got the drive on him. Upton takes the inside line and makes the overtake stick. Let's see what happens here. Still racing. This is only the second lap of the race, so now he's got Van Heerde on him. Ooh, and Van Heerde takes him through the S's. What? This is an epic battle. Keeps the line. Now they're going all the way up to Leo Cup. Let's see what happens here. Who's gonna brake late? Who's gonna take it? Okay. So that was just a clean overtake by two guys on Watkins. Really nice. And then on the next lap, a couple of laps later, I think it was somewhere here. Let me see. Yeah. Right. So there's a lot gonna happen in this section, right? Let me break it down. So firstly, Domingo had much better pace than me. So and also every time we went down a straight, he caught up to me like big time. Look at this. Right? He's got a 3/10 gap, but by the time we get to the end of the straight, he's already got 1/10. So I just said to him, okay, you go through. I'm gonna let him through safely. And then we continue racing like this. But I think this threw Upton off, because shortly after that I was right behind him, and right after turn 5, he hits the grass, accelerates, and then he goes straight into the wall. It happens, man. It happens. So he recovers and then continues his race. Domingo and I, we stayed like this for a while. And I think for a few laps I was doing okay, but then Domingo started pulling away, and I had made a few mistakes, and what that meant was that Watkins was catching up to me. I think for quite a few laps he was behind me, and I tried to defend as much as possible. We went through a couple of back markers. And yeah, he just kept up with me and kept the pressure up the whole time. I think he got frustrated at some point and then just decided to go pit, which was really good. Domingo had already pitted as well, which meant that I kept the lead of the race. So now I'm thinking at this point, okay, I feel like I'm in a very comfortable place. I don't have a lot of traffic. I don't have anyone holding me up. So I am just gonna go as long as I can on this fuel, right? So here you can see I'm on 20 liters at the moment, and I'm gonna try and push as far as I can, so that because I've got clear air at the moment, right? And then I got held up by, I think, a Mercedes, yeah. And at this point, I still had a couple of laps, a few left, but then I went 2 more laps, and I decided, no, I can't sit behind this guy anymore. I need to go fuel up anyway. I pull into the pits, right? Now, at this point, I am not sure where I am. Domingo had pitted, Watkins had pitted, Upton had pitted. I don't know if I had lost places or gained places, right? I stop in my pit box, perfect pit stop, and everything's going well until I have to start the car. And I start the car, and something weird happens. I don't know. The engine bogged down or whatever. But anyway, I was like, okay, cool, just gonna start the car, keep going. I am a bit frazzled at this point. And in my frazzlement, somehow I touched the engine button to turn off my engine, and I turn off my engine. Right now, I'm like, what the heck is going on with the engine? And I realize my engine is off. I have to brake, put the ignition on, and start the car again. I'm gonna pause right here. That was Domingo that just went past me, which meant that I actually had an 11-second lead on Domingo in that moment. So I was going to be in the lead of the race if this didn't happen. I would have had an 11-second buffer to be able to win this race. I threw it away because I pressed my engine off button. I'm so pissed off at myself. But I'm still in it to win it. I put my head down and I race. So, so I'm thinking, okay, it's not over yet. There's still quite a few laps to go. I'm just gonna put my head down and race. But I just couldn't get back into my rhythm again. I really did try to focus, but at this point my tires are in really bad shape, and I'm just trying to manage them. And I'm also worried about Watkins behind me, right? I don't know why he was behind me, because I figured that he was probably gonna jump me, because I had made a few mistakes and I had a few back markers that held me up before my pit stop. So I had assumed actually that he would be way ahead of me. But it turns out the reason why he was behind me is because he stopped the tires. Right? And so here he's only 1.7 seconds behind me. And eventually he catches up to me. And we have a little bit of a fight. Where was it? Yeah. But I mean, there's not much I can do against him, right? He's got fresh tires, my tires are worn. So this is really just trying to delay the inevitable for 2 reasons. One, it's obviously I'm fighting for track position, so I don't want to give up the position too easily. And secondly, my teammate in first place also didn't change tires, and I was hoping that Watkins wouldn't catch up to him. So I was also trying to make sure that, because I was fighting Watkins for so long, I actually gave Domingo a bit more of a chance to win the race, right? But unfortunately, Watkins was just too fast, and he overtakes me somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. So I go wide on this corner, He takes the inside. He's obviously got better grip. Now we're going into cheetah, and we're going too wide. I decided I'm not gonna fight him. I just went wide. I went into the grass, but it's okay. I was safe. I didn't take damage. I just tried not to get into trouble. Watkins and I have had a bit of a scuffle in the past, so I just didn't want that to happen again. I didn't want to spoil my race. So I thought, look, I'm going to let him by and then just put my head down and keep going. But he was really fast and he had a lot of pace. And he eventually caught up to Domingo. So let me just show you, before I go there, my second pit stop. My second pit stop was fairly smooth. I had a bit of traffic going at the end of the race, going into my second pit stop, but clear air, also trying to leave it as late as possible. Made a mistake and thought, okay, just gonna go straight into the pits. That was my sign. Also, I only had 2 laps of fuel left, and I overfueled to the end. I thought I needed to put in like an extra, like 10 liters, which I did, but I actually only needed to put in like an extra lap, like 4 liters. In fact, I didn't need to put in much more fuel, to be honest. But yeah, pulled up to the pits. This time I nailed it. Made sure to get it right and get everything going perfectly. And then from here, it was pretty much smooth sailing till the end, right? There you can see Domingo and Watkins going by. Now it's the last 2 laps of the race. I just want to make it to the end. My nearest competitor is 8 seconds behind me, so all I need to do is put my head down and then I'll get a podium. Right. Next, we've got Watkins chasing Domingo. Watkins has got fresh tires. Domingo has tires allow 44 laps old, 78 minutes old, right? This is going to be a tough defense for him, but I want you to watch this to see how well he defends, right? Obviously, Watkins has got the pace here, and he's trying really hard to get past Domingo. So they are in a really big fight. Going up to Leeuwkop, he tries to dummy him, which works because then Domingo goes wide, but Domingo still gets the drive. And here's the thing, Domingo's in a BMW, which means he's got really good acceleration and top end, right? Just not that great in the corners, but his top end is insanely good. Defense. Parks the bus in the corner, going into cheetah. Takes it very easy. Once again, just blocking the apex, taking the inside line into the last corner, and then going down the straight. So yeah, what I'm thinking is that Watkins thought that he could get a drive on Domingo. But once again, Domingo is in a BMW, which means he's got that top end, and so it was not easy for Watkins to get the drive on him and try to take him into turn 2. Right, so now it's the last lap of the race. Everything's on the line here. First place is waiting for Domingo. He's ready to take this first place. I'm on comms with him. I'm saying, keep calm. Let's be quiet. Let's hope you can win this fight. He's got this. But it's really hard because once again he's got old tires, and Watkins got new tires. This is a tough defense. It's a lot to ask. But Domingo is defending with this BMW, making that car as wide as possible. Going up to Leeuwkop, you can see once again the BMW is just keeping its distance. Very fast, and he defends to the inside. Watkins has to brake really hard, and he gets the drive down the hill. But Domingo's in a BMW, so the BMW just pulls away. And then Domingo misses his brake point, goes a bit deep, and Watkins got the grip going into into cheetah. He's just second last turn, and he's got the win. He steals the win in the last 3 corners of the race. What an epic end to a brilliant race. And I come in 6 seconds later, right behind my buddy, Conrad Martin. What an epic race. This was an amazing result for our team, our best result for the season. Domingo coming in second, me coming in third, double podium for Project Vapor. Epic result. I'm so happy, and I'm super excited for the next race, which is at Bathurst, Mount Panorama. That's always fun. That's always nice racing there with the guys. Lots of accidents, lots of incidents. It's going to be an epic race. I'm hoping that my recording software will work for that one, so that I can show you how epic that race is going to be. But yeah, that's it for this race. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe and notify button. I will check you for the next one. Peace.